Welcome into the Kennedy Ice Pavilion here on the campus of Syracuse University. It's Hall of Fame Alumni Weekend here as the Syracuse Orange are set to take on the Oswego State Lakers in ACC-HL play. Evan Harrington alongside Matthew Davison for this afternoon's matchup. But before we get into this matchup, Matt, the Orange are honoring some pretty special individuals.
Yeah, Hall of Fame weekend, always a very special weekend here at the Kennedy Ice Pavilion. 7 different players being celebrated today, spanning 7 different decades. And of course, the team of honor, that 2016-17 NECHL championship winning team, the team of honor this weekend, and their coach, Nicholas Pierandri, receiving the very prestigious Van Winkle Award.
The Orange defeated the Lakers 7-3 in yesterday's matchup. We will send it down to our Rinkside reporter, Brooke Killgore, with more.
Last night in great fashion, and really that momentum really dictated what that game would become. Oswego had several chances to climb back into it, especially with 5 power plays, but they couldn't convert on any of them. Syracuse only having 1 power play opportunity, and a similar story would follow there. The discipline was also a storyline too. Syracuse being on the disadvantage with 24 penalty minutes in a sense, and Oswego just could never make them pay. Jake Brown not skating today following a final end-of-game 10-minute misconduct for unsportsmanlike conduct against an official and player, along with 2 minors. Jacob Von Tersch will take his place skating alongside Hamilton Norwin today. Balanced scoring carried Syracuse through the majority of that game with other goals from Brendan Duffy, Jack Alicia, and Chris Fanning to help secure that win, and a star-studded performance from goaltender AJ Finta, turning aside 22 of the 25 shots he faced last night. He was really consistent between the posts to help secure that win for Syracuse. Syracuse moves forward with momentous victory secured on several key components such as depth, efficiency, and a dominant start. Back up to you guys.
Thank you, Brooke, and with that, stay tuned as we get ready for the ceremonial puck drop and player intros here on the SU Hockey Network. We'll be back for the first period action in a few minutes. into the Kennedy Ice Pavilion here on the SU Hockey Network. Evan Harrington alongside Matthew Davison as we are going over player intros at this time and shortly set for the ceremonial puck drop here on Hall of Fame Alumni Weekend. Matt, we heard a little bit from Brooke Killgore about the team's 7-3 win in yesterday's matchup. Just a dominating performance by the Orange with 4 first-period goals.
Yeah, 4 first-period goals. They pull DiFiore for the 3rd time this season, and 2 very important goals to open the scoring from that 4th line. Cade Cook capitalizing off a turnover in the offensive zone and scoring again to make it 2-1 after Dorito tied it up. So that 4th line really started the game off really well for Syracuse yesterday.
And I think the player that we should highlight here is number 6, Chris Fanning, getting the nod up to the top line, netting his first 2 goals of the season. The freshman, a phenomenal 3-point afternoon.
Yeah, he is inserted onto that top line, as you mentioned. Of course, the injury to McLean has given other players the opportunity, and Fanning has taken that opportunity and absolutely run with it. 2 goals yesterday, his first 2 on the season, and expect a lot more. That top line has played really well in the last couple of games.
You mentioned Nathan McLean, 13 points in 12 games. He's missed the last 2, and Chris Fanning has stepped up fairly nicely so far for this Syracuse Orange squad. As the intros are being announced, AJ Finta, 22 of 25, getting the nod once again. AJ Finta looking to carry this Orange team forward.
Yeah, and he has been really good all season long, has faced a high shot volume throughout the season, but the national anthem's just about to get underway, so we'll let you take a listen.
And welcome back after the anthem as we are set for the ceremonial puck drop that will take place here between the Orange and the Lakers. Matt, we kind of touched on it a little bit in the pregame show. Just Hall of Fame Alumni Weekend. You can see all up and down the stands here, a bunch of Orange faithful and Orange alumni here in attendance.
Yeah, it's such a cool day. We mentioned it off the top, 7 different players that span 7 different decades, going back to David Backhurst, who graduated from Syracuse back in 1968, to Peter Owen Hayward, who was a 2020 graduate, and of course the team of honor, that NECHL League Championship team from 2016-17, and their coach Nicholas Pierandri receiving the Von Winkle Award. So a really cool day as they'll honor each of these alumni one by one.
From the class of 1989, please welcome Jeff Kennedy and Ken Fry. From the class of 1999, Stephen Bell. From the class of 2005, Carter Hansen. of 2020, the program's all-time leading goal scorer, Peter Owen Hayward. And your 2025 Van Wickle Award recipient, Coach Nick Piandri. Also with us tonight, we'd like to recognize Hall of Famer Ken Fry and former coaches Mike Yud, Mike Morocco, Paul Rene, and Andrew Wolinski. Will the captains from each team please come to center ice for today's ceremonial puck drop?
And the ceremonial puck drop took place. Both respective captains for Syracuse, Connor Chesner, and for Oswego, Jeremy Keys, a part of that. Love to see stuff like that, Matt.
Yeah, great crowd on hand as well. Very special moment for all of these alums.
And you can just hear the thunderous applause and cheer from not only the Orange faithful, but once again the alumni that are in attendance for not only this game, but the game that took place yesterday with the Orange defeating the Lakers 7-3 in a conference matchup. Looking for the weekend sweep. The Orange were on the road a couple of weeks ago in Oswego, just a bit north. And that was an exciting game, not a 5-4 shootout victory for Syracuse. What was a back and forth contest.
Yeah, two very important wins, the one yesterday and then that one at Oswego State, as you mentioned, October 30th. Syracuse was up 3-0 in that game with 15 minutes to go in the third period. They give up 4 goals in about 90 seconds, and we're suddenly playing from behind. It was Jack Wren who scored that late goal, and then they're able to win in the shootout. Two very important wins against a team that has a very similar record to them. The Lakers 7th in the ACCHL, Syracuse sitting right behind them with a game in hand, just 2 points back.
In that game, AJ Finta faced 53 shots, saving 49 of them. He saved 22 of 25 in yesterday's win, and he's in between the pipes once more for the Orange. And as it's dumped in by the top line here, Cade Cook goes after it. Matthew McEnroe, the center. Back up top, Chesner. Far point sends him below the goal. Cade Cook looks to center. That one is knocked away, taken back by Jeremy Keys. Chesner in the neutral zone. He'll fire it back in. As now the transition begins for Oswego. Jeremy Keys, high slot, the rip. That one blocked by Sean Caddo, the assistant captain.
Something that Syracuse has really improved upon as this season has went along is getting bodies in front of pucks, making life easier for Finta, and that top unit is the best example of that. Caddo eating that puck just a little bit ago.
Chesner turns it over in the neutral zone. Back in possession for the Lakers. That's Trent King. Finta out of the goal, plays it around the end boards. Far side, the breakout begins. Ben Brandt, he'll play it back. Robbie Murphy, and the stretch pass. In over the line. Duffy. His chance blocked. Renzoni for the Lakers, a little collision by a couple of Syracuse Orange players in the neutral zone, but Duffy doing a nice job on the forecheck, looking to get it back. Pushing the puck forward, Sarver. As this one enters the Orange defensive zone, a clean change for the Lakers will allow Syracuse to get the puck back once more. no team has really established clear possession so far. It's just been a back and forth battle.
Yeah, it has. It was a Syracuse early goal off a turnover from Benjamin DiFiore yesterday, where they were able to break the ice. It's DiFiore getting the start again after he was chased just after 20 minutes yesterday, allowing 4 first-period goals.
And in goal for the Lakers this afternoon is going to be John McAndrew. And the icing is called in favor of the Orange. 17:25 here left to go from the Kennedy Ice Pavilion. We'll see the Orange with an O-zone face-off and looking for their first chance of the game.
Be this third line coming out, centered by Jack Wren, and
a quick face-off win for Wren. A shot on goal, a chance down low. The puck's loose. It's Hamilton Nordwind, who had 2 assists in yesterday's 7-3 win. High slot, that one blocked on the look from Von Tersch.
Good offensive zone shift there. You saw Jack Wren get dumped right out in front of the net. Some fans in attendance wanted to call. Been pretty lopsided, the penalty minutes over the course of this season series. Syracuse had to fend off 5 different penalty kills yesterday to just the 1 for Oswego State.
And the Orange win the face-off once more, but the Lakers do a nice job of gaining possession back and clearing it. Back in the neutral zone, Pendergrass sends it in, Senato on the forecheck. Wren almost picked up the loose change, but cannot, as it's dumped in by Oswego once more. Finta out of the goal. We'll find Pendergrass. Senato in over the line, the drop. That one is blocked and cleared once again.
Senato playing in just his 4th game on the season, has a goal already.
As Worst enters the line, he'll fire it quickly, and a chance in front across the crease and put home. And Oswego takes a 1-0 lead off a mishap committed by Syracuse.
Yeah, Finta elected to play that puck on, and his team went out for a change, and it just ends up being an exceptional find by Worst out in front. A great centering pass and wide open back door. The 1-0 goal for J.P. Skaringi.
Just a quick 1-2 passing play by Oswego, taking advantage of the mishap committed by the Orange. And back in over the line. The Lakers once more. Looking to center it once more, knocked down on a play where the Lakers, as this one is pushed forward. Cade Cook looking to hunt it down. He had 2 goals in yesterday's win. And a hit from behind does not catch the eye of the official as Cook goes down. And now up top, Cato fires. That one deflected to the far corner. And the captain, Connor Chesner, looking to keep it alive, held in possession. That's Zach Dorito, who had 2 goals yesterday as well.
Yeah, Dorito with goals in 3 straight. He's been the hot hand for Oswego State.
As Chesner will play it up to Chris Fanning. Fanning loses that one as it's shot wide of Finta. It'll bounce off the boards right to his glove, and a little dusting there at the end. He'll catch the eye of the Syracuse defense. Coming to the aid of their netminder, A.J. Finta. Face off to the left of Finta, 15-12 here left in the first period. Oswego leads Syracuse 1-0. As it's taken back once more by the Lakers. In the neutral zone. Back over near side. That one's sent down. That's Trent King. Around the end boards for the Orange. Now coming back in transition, Ben Brandt drops it. Duffy fires, and the save made by McAndrew on the look from Duffy in the slot.
Yeah, this top line has been playing really well for Syracuse all year long. Ben Brandt makes the centering pass out to Duffy and forces the offensive zone draw here, and we're getting a penalty?
Yeah, it's going to be a slashing call against Brendan Duffy. And we're going to see this Oswego State Lakers squad go to the power play with a 1-0 advantage.
Yeah, we mentioned yesterday, 5 opportunities on the man advantage for the Lakers. They had 8 the game prior against Syracuse to just 2 for the Orange. Overall, it's 13-3, the penalties in favor of Syracuse, so it's been very lopsided.
And now short-handed Jack Wren, who was the hero in many parts in that 5-4 overtime win against Oswego just a couple of weeks ago. He had a hat trick, his first career hat trick. They're gonna expect a guy like Jack Wren to, have some highlights and parts in this game potentially.
Yeah, and he's a very important player, has a power play goal, also has a short-handed goal. He's utilized in all facets of the game.
A minute 15 left here in the man advantage. The Lakers have not been able to set anything as of yet up in the zone. That's Gibran. High slot, knocked down. No call, play on. Under a minute to go as this one clears the zone. A break there for the Orange.
Yeah, you got to look out for Gibran, one of the best offensive defensemen in the ACCHL. Leads in points for defenders, and Syracuse probably fortunate there that Tanner Cole wasn't called on the trip.
And now back in over the line, Trent King. Dropping it for John Manzi. 30 seconds left in this Oswego man advantage. Up top, Renzoni, near point. Slides it over. Renzoni, high slot. Plays it over to the near side half wall. 20 to go. King. Back over Sullivan. Sullivan fires. And the save made by Finta. He'll stop it with 13 seconds left in this power play for Oswego.
Well, we saw it a lot yesterday. Syracuse just doing a great job protecting the middle of the ice, not really allowing anything on the inside for Oswego State, and that's why they were able to kill off 5 of 5 penalties yesterday and off to a good start. Just 13 seconds remaining in Duffy's minor.
Face off to the right of Finta. This one not able to clear the zone. Under 10 seconds to go. As the puck is trapped in the near side corner. A look for Oswego. That was Andrew Worst trying to fire it from a short side angle. And we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Connor Chesner pressured below his own goal. So we'll find the assistant captain, Sean Cato. And Oswego will regain the puck back in the neutral zone, pushing it forward. That's Gavin Black below the goal. Centers it in the slot. Gibran dances. Beautiful edge work. Back over near point. The fire by Sarver. And he whiffs on the attempt, and now back in over the line. Fanning drops it. And a little miscommunication there on the rush look by Syracuse. Under 12 to go. Kept alive by Nordwin. Duffy does a nice job of regaining possession. Ben Brandt cannot keep it alive. Brandt in the slot, the shot just saved on the look from Gaffney. He's back in over the line on the far dot, looking to center. As Gaffney will play it up. The shot just wide. In the slot once more for the Orange on a look. There by Jack Alicia, saved by McAndrews.
Some dangerous moments earlier. It was All started with Brendan Duffy, a great offensive zone shift, just creating more offensive opportunities, hard on the forecheck, winning board battles, and that's what he's there for on that top line, to win pucks and generate some chances for his team.
And a chance from the near point, that one deflected. And back below the goal. The Lakers look to clear as Syracuse has been applying the pressure here offensively over the last little bit, but almost breaking free was Oswego as AJ Finta out of the goal. That's Trent King. Centers. That one clears the zone. Back in the neutral zone, taking away Cam Gaffney. Just clears the zone. That one played right back in by the Orange. And Keys in over the line. Fires it over, and the shot just wide.
McEnroe did a good job getting a piece of that, deflecting that one wide.
And Chesner's gonna go down, and we'll see the Orange head to the power play. But before we do so, we will send it down to our Rinkside reporter, Brooke Killgore, with more on Peter Owen Hayward's dad and the contributions that he has made here to the Hall of Fame alumni for the Syracuse Orange.
Historic association. We have Peter Hayward, the father of Peter Owen Hayward, who started this all back in 2019, something he calls a 2-month excursion and a history project for the team turned into the celebration that you're seeing behind me today. A lot of great coverage, a lot of opportunities for the alumni to come back together and connect. It's a space for current and past players to all come together and learn from each other about what this program means to them. Back up to you guys.
Thank you, Brooke. And with that, the Syracuse Orange will head to their first power play of the game, down 1-0. A chance to get back in this one. But the Oswego State Lakers have been pressuring here shorthanded as they have the puck currently inside the defensive zone of the Orange.
Yeah, it's a power play that went 0 for 1 yesterday, but on the season, clicking at 29%, third best.
And now in over the line. Ben Brandt corrals. Over to Duffy. Over. The shot by Alicia. His block sent down the ice. Finta. I'll have to cover that up. As that one is dropped by Carter Rugg. Brandt plays it over to Wren. That one fired in on goal. Brandt picks up the loose puck. Surveying under a minute to go in this power play. Carter Rugg. Dancing high slot, plays it back over to Jack Wren. Wren fires his chance, blocked. Another look. The puck's in front, and the save made by John McAndrew. 44 seconds left to go.
Ben Keever, great penalty killer for the Lakers. Blocked a couple of shots there, and good start for this penalty kill for the Lakers. There's 44 seconds remaining in that Manzi minor.
Jack Wren in the face-off circle to the right of McAndrew. Face-off won by the Orange, but it's going to trickle out of the zone. And a bad break there for Syracuse, not able to establish possession off the offensive zone win, but Jack Wren looks to change the difference. In over the line, under 30 to go. Wren plays it over to Nordwin. Gaffney below the goal, Nordwin near side. The one-time look there by Carter Rugg. Bounces off the back end boards and out of play as the stick for Carter Rugg broke on the one-time look.
Yeah, unfortunate time for that to happen on the power play look, as he'll get a new twig, and offensive unit will stay out with 17 seconds remaining in this power play.
Face off to the right of McAndrew. Kept alive by Rugg, plays it over to Nordwin. Near side, Dot walks in, feeds it in front. Cade Cook looking to stuff it home. Cannot do so. And in the dying seconds of this Syracuse power play, coming back is Jeremy Keys. Shorthanded, we're back to 5-on-5. And a dominating performance by the Oswego State penalty kill. A look in front and it finds its way home. Jeremy Keys, the initial chance, and the second chance look was put home there by Zach Dorito. And Oswego takes a 2-0 lead.
Well, Dorito with goals in now 4 straight games. Had 2 goals yesterday. And you're right, the initial stop off of Keys, and Finta can't control the rebound, and Dorito, like he often does, is there to clean up the rebound right in front, and he'll make this a 2-0 hockey game.
7:35 here left to go in the first period. Oswego doing a phenomenal job at shorthanded, not allowing the Orange to tie it up, and that benefits in them coming back to 5-on-5 play and quickly capitalizing off their great efforts off the penalty kill. And Zach Dorito puts it home. Sent back in once more. That's Jack Duffy. Cannot clear. Fired on goal, that one just wide. Robbie Murphy, below his own goal, over to his defense partner in Jack Duffy. As Tanner Cole is able to clear it momentarily, but Renzoni is not going to waste any time playing it back in below the goal in the orange zone. Near side half wall, held by the Lakers. It's going to find Renzoni, who fires that one. It looks like it was blocked up high by Matthew McEnroe.
It was. And just fearless out there. He turned his head and just hoped that didn't hit him in a precarious spot, and luckily it didn't.
With this offensive zone possession continuing for the Lakers as they continue to hold possession. That's Sarver. Back below the goal. Up top, the shot from the far point, deflected by Finta on the pad save. Under 6 minutes to go. And this has been the longest offensive zone possession for either team, especially here for the Lakers, who have been dominating this game throughout just about the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, sustained zone time is the key to winning hockey games. Just wears down your opponent. That's what the Lakers doing right now.
As the assistant captain, Sean Cano, cannot clear. And it's finally cleared out as Tanner Cole played about as far as you can as he sends it all the way deep into the Oswego zone, and a turnover committed. Ben Brandt picks up the loose puck, and he's knocked down on the play, cannot advance. Now coming back with it once more, Brandt pushes it forward and over the line. Under 5 to go here in the first. And now back up top once more. For Ben Brandt. A chance there for Chesner, trying to stuff it short side.
Beautiful little pass there by Duffy in behind the goal, trying to find Chesner out in front, and just putting that one over the goal. Syracuse with a great opportunity will have another offensive zone draw here to the left of McAndrew, who has stopped all of the 6 shots that he's faced so far today.
And now this one will clear the zone. 4:14 left in the period. As it's sent down by the Orange. Back below the goal. They cannot keep it in play. Carter Rugg has that one stripped. Jack Duffy will play it forward. Cam Gaffney in on the forecheck, looking to center. as it exits the zone once more. Jeremy Keys, a couple of moves, cannot push it all the way forward. And that one will go offside. The neutral zone face-off here with 3:38 to go, but it's kind of a different story here, Matt, between the games that have been played between these two teams so early on in this season. We saw, obviously, Syracuse with the 3-0 lead that they had in the 5-4 overtime win, but then the 4-goal first period in yesterday's win, but a penalty is going to be called here.
Yeah, for the second time today, the Lakers will head to the man advantage. And it looks like Brendan Duffy will be the guilty party here.
And we will see the Lakers back on the man advantage once again. Up 2-0.
Oswego State, 8 out of the 10 ACCHL teams, 13 out of 69 on the season for just under 19%. And for Syracuse, they have been clicking a lot better on the penalty kill as of late. 5 for 5 yesterday, really improving their 71% that they have on the season.
As now Zach Dorito plays it over from near side to far side, in over the line. Adam Gibran back over. Centers it right in front. Dorito on the doorstep, cannot put it home. Another dangerous look for Oswego. 1:30 left in this man advantage. 2:50 left in the period. As Carson Crawford drops it for Gibran, set in by Dorito. Back over far side corner. Dorito on the far half wall. Will hold this one at the dot. Back down low, a chance for Keys. And it's cleared by the Orange, sent back all the way down the ice.
Syracuse really just playing aggressive right now, not allowing a lot of space. Keys tries his best to try and stick handle towards the front of the net, but Syracuse reading that well.
This one is held. 30 seconds left in the power play for the Lakers. The shot from up top, that one deflected just wide of the goal. And a far side to near side look on the one-timer for Sullivan, cannot get it to go. As this Orange penalty kill looks to clear it out. As they do a nice job, so Pendergrass, shorthanded, will clear it just far enough up the ice to allow the Orange to get back to full strength here, 5-on-5 with a minute to go. 1:20 to go, sorry. Is in over the line, Jack Alicia looking to dance. A shot in on goal to save made by McAndrew. And coming back from below his own goal, knocked down was Gibran, no call.
These Lakers go down really easily. We've seen that in the first couple of games we've seen.
And Alicia knocked down. Gaffney also below the goal, under 45 to go. And a shot from the near point, saved there by McAndrew on the look by the Orange.
So if you're Syracuse, you're down 2-0 in this game, but if you want to look on the bright side, you've killed off 2 penalties in this game, and you've had your opportunities. It's just been a matter of John McAndrew playing pretty well in front. But I think you got to be confident with the number of come-from-behind wins you have on the season, and you're still very much within this hockey game.
As trying to feed it from low to high, the Orange war, but the Lakers looking to clear, kept alive, sent back over. That's Chris Fanning. The Orange could just not have that sustained O-zone possession as it's sent back into the offensive zone for the Lakers. The Orange do a nice job of clearing it with the final 5 seconds in the period. It looks like that will do it for period number 1, as Oswego will head into period number 2 with a 2-0 lead over the Orange. But before we go to period number 2, we'll send it down to our Rinkside reporter Abigail Weiss with Anthony Larkin. We're still waiting on that for a second. Abigail Weiss, Rinkside with Anthony Larkin.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with 2024 alum Tony Larkin. Now, you were on the team last year that went to the ECCHL Championship, and though despite the loss, what has life looked like for you over the course of this past year, and are you still involved with the sport in any way?
Yeah, first of all, thank you guys for having me on. It's great to be back. Being involved in the game, yeah, still running the frozen jungle. Shout out Brooke, she did a piece on that last year. A lot of Syracuse guys still play, and, I try to, reach out to guys on the team and the coaching staff as much as I can, stay involved that way, and just be a voice.
Was there ever a favorite moment, besides the championship that you have over your course of the 4 years here?
So many, Can't tell how. Yeah, I can't even think. There's so many great moments. Our first win against Oswego freshman year, Hutchie's shootout winner, that was always great. Personally, I played 100 games. That was fun. There's a couple things that stick out, definitely.
Now, I know it's pretty nostalgic being back here, but how does it feel to be sitting with a lot of your fellow teammates and other alumni here this weekend?
Oh my God, it's the best. I feel like it's literally, these are the best group of guys that you will ever meet. So many characters, so many height variations, We got the best group, the best team, the best program, nothing but good things to say about us.
All right, thank you so much, Tony. Now, Brooke will be back with another interview with Peter Owen Hayward, but stay here and stay tuned right here on the SU Hockey Network.
into the Alumni, welcome back into the Kennedy Ice Pavilion here on the SU Hockey Network. The Syracuse Orange currently down 2-0 against Oswego. But before we get into the first period recap, we'll send it down to our Rinkside reporter, Brooke Killgore, with Peter Owen Hayward.
Thanks, guys. Welcome down here Rinkside. We're in a new spot for today's game, and we're here in the first intermission. I'm joined by Peter Owen Hayward, class of 2020, who still leads the program with all-time points, assists, and goals. Peter, first of all, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm a little tired after seeing all these guys last night, but it's good to be back and see the team playing.
What does it mean to you knowing that you still hold this really high record in several different categories, and the guys are still out here trying to come back and beat you 5 years later?
Well, I think so. Last night I did have the penalty minutes record, but the kid got it last night. So yeah, he broke it in impressive fashion. So, but in terms of like the individual statistics, like for me, it was always more about the team, and I think I'm more honestly proud of like some of the achievements we had as a program while I was here. A few championships we won, and I think it's good to have a bar to set and chase after. Like there's a couple guys when I was here that I was chasing, so I hope someone comes along and breaks it. It would be a great run if they did.
I love the humble. A few championships here and there. Always great to hear. You were a 3-time captain for this program, and of course you have a lot of insight as to how the team looked then. What are some of the major changes that you're seeing between your program and this program now?
So when I came in, I was talking with Coach P out there on the bench for the ceremony, and like when I came in, we had a radio broadcast. There was no video, none of this. So you got graphics and everything. And we had one of the scratches in the stands assigned to tweet the game. So there was like a kid that had never been on Twitter, like live tweeting and that. And now it's turned into all of this, a huge media and game day ops staff. And, I think it's very professionally run, and I'm just super impressed by it. It grew up a little bit while I was here, and it's just been cool to continue to watch it grow and be able to follow the team from afar, watching like it's a TV broadcast almost.
And I know we're all so grateful that this program has grown as well for the different opportunities it provides students, but getting kind of a little bit back more on track with the Alumni Weekend, you have your family has a lot of an integral touch to how this weekend runs from back in 2019 to today. What does that mean, knowing that you're coming back, celebrating the achievements of your family?
I think it's awesome. I mean, my dad really got passionate about this like 2018, 2019, started looking into the history of the program. He loves history, he's always reading, and this was like the best, project that he could do. And it turns out there's such a rich history that I think a lot of people didn't realize. Going back, to 1959, right? It's like crazy how long there's been hockey played at the university, even if it hasn't been continuous. And I honestly, one of the coolest moments was 2 or 3 years ago, they recognized my dad with the Van Winkle Award. It was like a surprise, and we came back, and that was really moving to see him get recognized for all the hard work that he's put in.
Well, To everyone at the Hayward family, we say a very big thank you for the weekend that we get to celebrate all together. I'm going to throw it back up to you guys in the booth.
Thank you, Brooke, and welcome back up into the broadcast booth for the first period recap as the Oswego State Lakers currently lead the Syracuse Orange 2-0 after a pretty dominating first period there, 5-on-5 for the Lakers. And it's kind of a different story here, Matt. We saw how Syracuse handled the first two matchups between these two teams, but now Oswego looking like a different team, leading 2-0.
Yeah, it's the first time that Syracuse is playing from behind in the first period. John Paul Skarangi scoring his first goal of the year, and then Zach Dorito continuing where he left off. 2 goals yesterday, now 4 goals in 4 straight. He has been almost impossible to stop for opposing teams. But for Syracuse, a lot of positive signs, 2 penalty kills in that first period, and it was pretty even. The shots 10-9 in favor of the Lakers after that opening 20 minutes. So for Syracuse, still a very, very within reach hockey game here.
Oswego leading 2-0. Once again, this is a ACC-HL conference matchup. Syracuse taking the first 2 games, but offensively, the chances have been there, but Oswego has done a nice job of putting their body in front of pucks, blocking some grade A looks there for the Orange.
Yeah, they've made life a lot easier for McAndrew. And for Syracuse, I think you want to counter that by putting more bodies in front of the net as well, trying to take the eyes away of the netminder and also try and capitalize on some of the rebounds that have been there tonight.
All right, that will do it for the first period recap here from the 1080 Ice Pavilion on the SU Hockey Network. Stay tuned. We'll be back real shortly for period number 2 between Oswego and Syracuse. Welcome back into the 1080 Ice Pavilion here on the campus of Syracuse University. It is Hall of Fame Alumni Weekend here on the SU Hockey Network. And Matt, it's been just a full afternoon of honoring the former great Syracuse Orange players and coaches and everything in between. And we're seeing that from the intermission interviews to the ceremonial puck drop. It's been a great afternoon here for the Orange.
Yeah, well, Brooke had that great interview with POH, Peter Owen Hayward, of course, still the all-time leading goal scorer. His father, one of the Van Winkle Award honorees. And, of course, this weekend, Nicholas Pierandri, the 104-win coach, former coach of the Syracuse Orange, getting the award this weekend, of course, was the coach of the NECHL team back in 16-17. So a very special weekend here in Syracuse.
as the opening second period face-off is won by Syracuse here in the neutral zone. The puck is pinned up on the near boards. And no one able to come out of the pile with it. The puck is still caught up. Going down on the play was Chris Fanning. No call. As it's picked up, Ben Brandt with a full head of steam in over the line. And the save made by McAndrew, and a little extracurricular out in front. As both teams are going at it, Fanning got knocked down. And Brendan Duffy coming in there to aid his teammate.
Yeah, this was a really physical matchup when we saw these two teams go at it at Oswego State. Mentioned the penalty numbers in that one. In total, there was 10 on the game, and it looks like the lone penalty right here is going to go against Oswego State. Number 37, Drew Demick.
Drew Demick is going to head to the box, and this place is going nuts for John Cena.
His music as Otto walks down the concourse here as well.
Is on the man advantage. The captain, Connor Chesner, loses the puck. Keys in alone as he just puts it wide.
And Keys looking back at the official, wanting a hooking call on that one, as it was a good back check as Chesner nearly allowed that shorthanded goal there on the turnover at the blue line.
And now coming back, Brendan Duffy looking to dance. That one poked off his stick. 1:25 here left to go in the man advantage. Syracuse down 2-0, looking to capitalize on this power play, getting themselves back in it. Jack Alicia here at the near point. He'll walk it down to the near half wall. Regains possession. Chesner back over to Alicia. Up top, the captain, Chesner. Over, Brandt, high slot, curls, drags, fires, pucks loose in front. And McAndrew makes the save, and we got a pretty special guest up here in Otto, the Orange. He is dancing, and Otto is going nuts right in front of us here at Hall of Fame Alumni Weekend. Yeah, but Otto having a fun time up here.
Yeah, he loves to come check out the broadcast crew. Arnav Pokrel also coming up to greet the crew. We're just as excited to see him.
And up top, that's Duffy. Back over to Carter Rugg. 45 seconds left in the man advantage down low. Cam Gaffney. Gaffney, far side half wall for Carter Rugg once more. Nordwin, near dot, deflected in front. Kate Cook looking to jam it home. Cannot do so on the doorstep. Rugg fires that one over the glass. And now Rugg, far side half wall, 25 to go. Played across the crease. Gaffney. Knocked off the puck below the goal line. And the puck is sent down the ice and cleared out of the zone. 10 seconds left in this Orange power play. And it's pushed forward. Cade Cook looking to jump on the loose puck on the feed from Gaffney. Can't do so. We're back to 5-on-5. Gaffney holds, Rugg fires. The pad save made by McAndrew. And now coming back is Sullivan. Looking to push it forward. Shabani muscles in below the goal line. And the shot from the near point, in on goal. Finta covers it up.
Robbie Chapati playing in his third game this season. The extra out there for Chris Timmons' squad. As early kill for Oswego State. Now they'll have their chance in the offensive zone.
Connor Chesner, the captain, down below the goal. And Jack Wren. And over the line. Wren fires that one high. And over top of the goal, back over to Chesner. Plays it over to Chibani, his defense partner. Pendergrass will send this one in. St. Nato knocked off the puck. And the breakout begins for the Lakers. As this puck will find its way deeper into the Syracuse zone. Backhand over to Chabati. And it's picked up once again by Oswego, driving towards the goal. A chance here centered in front. Just will find its way across the crease. And we're seeing Oswego kind of pick up where they left off in that first period dominance that they showcased.
Yeah, as JP Scarangi opening the scoring. He's out there at the end of a long shift trying to find an outlet pass here.
And in over the line, a chance for the Lakers. A nice job defensively back-checking by Syracuse. As it will find its way around the end boards. 15:30 to go here in the second. And a bad bounce is Sean Cato. And a collision in front as the helmet off Finta. And a multitude of bodies will find their way in front of the goal as it looked like Andrew Wurst was crashing the net, and a collision with Finta will catch the eyes of the Orange teammates.
Yeah, it's always very worrisome. It was kind of a couple players getting tangled up there, and Wurst going barreling into Finta, and he'll get a moment to compose himself, and officials will put the net back on its moorings here.
15:21 here to go. Finta gets his mask back on. Help from the officials will get the net back on. See Finta a little shaken up from that one. As the faceoff is won by the Orange in their defensive zone. And taken away by the Lakers. Keys dancing towards the goal. Keys around Finta, and the save made as Finta just got the outstretched pad on the look by the captain, Jeremy Keys. And now coming back, Ben Brandt. In over the line near half wall. Duffy in on goal. Puck's loose. Just shot wide. There's Ben Brandt once more. He'll step at the far side half wall. A quick shot. That one blocked. Fired back in on goal by Sean Cato. Not able to get it on goal, and the Orange will regain possession, but Brendan Duffy knocked down on the play, loses the puck. As Oswego in over the line, they'll turn it over. But getting it back once more, deflected. Finta on the outstretch. Save across the crease, the split, as it's just wide. And a break there for Syracuse as Oswego is right on the doorstep once again.
Yeah, and it was Manzi who was outnumbered right out in front of the net, but continued to apply the pressure, and Syracuse fortunate to escape that without another goal.
That one played off the end boards, off the ice, sent across. Cade Cook. He had 2 goals yesterday. Cook will play it back up top, but it's taken away. He's looking to keep it as Matthew McEnroe, but sent up the ice, taken back by the Lakers. In alone through the wickets of Finta, and the Lakers scored. Trent King in alone and puts it home. Oswego leads 3-0.
Well, Trent King going to pick up his 5th of the year, and a big goal for Oswego State as he'll just catch Syracuse on a change, able to get past the defense, and a one-on-one with Finta, able to make it a 3-0 hockey game.
And Trent King just finding his way past the Syracuse defense. And a nice move in alone to get, as you mentioned, his 5th of the season and the 3rd here for Oswego. That one's sent up and out of play. 13:23 to go.
And King's one of those players you have to look for. 5'8", but really speedy, and has that capability to just turn and burn Syracuse right there.
As Oswego will advance the puck, that's Sullivan. The delayed offside will allow the Orange to clear the puck out of their zone. As Gaffney, a nice job forechecking. But taking the puck back will be the Lakers down the ice. That's Bailey Doust going up against the Syracuse captain, Connor Chesner, as Cam Gaffney for the Orange will get it back. He'll fling it up and down the ice. And the whistle's going to be blown here. Looks like it's going to be an interference call against Oswego's number 28, Bailey Doust. Go out of the box for 2.
Yeah, that puck was up in the air and in no one's possession and took down the Syracuse player, and a fortunate call there for the Orange, who will have another opportunity on the man advantage here, and a prime opportunity to try and climb back into this 3-0 deficit.
A chance here for the Orange on the power play once again, not able to capitalize on their first chance they had in the first period. But back here down 3-0. An important man advantage here for the Orange. And a turnover out of his goal. Finta turns it over to the captain. And Jeremy Keys puts it home.
Well, we saw similar play last night go Syracuse's way. The opening goal last night for Fanning came off a turnover from the Lakers goaltender, and for Finta, that one will haunt him, just turning it right over to one of the stars for the Lakers. And this is a 4-0 hockey game just like that. And we'll see a timeout called here.
Yeah, and that's also going to do it for AJ Finta, as we will see the freshman Cash Lawrence enter the game here in goal. As Cash Lawrence is getting ready, but just an unfortunate turn of events here for Syracuse.
Yeah, we thought maybe that was going to be their chance to score a power play goal and get this game within 2, but instead a shorthanded goal and a new netminder, Cash Lawrence, the freshman, who has a shutout earlier this year, will come in here with 12:20 left to go in the second period.
With that, we will head back to center ice as Oswego leads 4-0. Still 1:37 left on the power play for Syracuse.
What's this about? Okay, good. Yeah, next step puck under 10, right?
There's Hamilton Nordwin.
First step puck after 10, that's what I said.
We'll take it over to Duffy. Sent in by Cade Cook. Cook cannot keep it alive. Zach Dorito in the neutral zone. Gibran. Taken back by Dorito. Near side dot fired. Cash Lawrence makes his first save of the afternoon.
Always good when you're coming in cold, make an early save, get the feel of the puck again, and settle yourself in.
And now in over the line. The Orange are 45 seconds left in this power play. That's Nordwin. Walks in, fires. That one's saved by McAndrew. Back up top once more. Duffy.
Duffy looked to just lose an edge there and lost the puck. There's 20 seconds remaining in this power play now.
15 left. Now cutting his way through the neutral zone. Carter Rugg dancing, fires. And McAndrew with the routine save. 11 seconds left in this man advantage. 10:54 in the period. And just not the events that Syracuse would like to have here so far in Hall of Fame Alumni Weekend.
No, yeah, they had a good game yesterday. High-scoring affair, but down in this one, but still within reach.
Fired wide. 5 seconds left in the man advantage. And played all the way down the ice. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Chesner tied up. Plays it over to Brendan Duffy. Duffy had a goal in yesterday's win. As he's knocked off the puck, and now coming back, the Lakers are once more. That one blocked by Chabadi. And coming back is Chris Fanning and company. Brendan Duffy cuts his way through the slot, taken back by Ben Brandt. Chabadi keeps it alive. Played in front. The captain, Connor Chesner. Up top, Chabadi fires. That one blocked once more. As the Lakers doing a nice job of holding off the offensive zone pressure from the Orange. And fired in on goal. And a little extracurricular taking place here. Knocked down. That was Chris Fanning. Makarenko, and out of his goal is McAndrew. As a penalty is going to be called here against Syracuse.
Yeah, that'll go against Fanning, just taking down Makarenko behind the play, and the Lakers will get another chance on the power play.
We will send it down to our Rinkside reporter, Brooke Killgore, with more about Cash Lawrence getting into the game.
Thanks, guys. Of course, we just saw after that first period break, Cash Lawrence, the 6'5 freshman here, is being put in net in place of AJ Finta after a 7-goal allowed 2-game series so far tonight. Cash Lawrence comes into this game with a little bit of experience under his belt. 3 games so far with a 1-1-1 record. Of course, he's allowed 10 goals so far this season with a 4.4 goals against average. Now, this is to say that the Orange need to start thinking about putting in some of these younger goaltenders. John Angelino and AJ Finta are both seniors so far this season, meaning the Orange are losing 2 wealthy and well-knowledgeable goaltenders after the end of this year. Putting in Cash Lawrence is actually a smart decision. Give AJ Finta some rest. He's been apparent in several of the games in the past couple of weeks. Cash Lawrence is here and hopefully ready to play. Back up to you guys.
Thanks so much, Brooke. And yeah, Cash Lawrence has had some good games throughout this season. Had, of course, that big game against Adrian, 20 minutes of play in that one. But over the course of the season, .841 save percentage, and hoping to provide that spark here for Syracuse. But they'll have to defend another penalty here as the Lakers will try and make it 5-0. Up top, it's Crawford. And a good stick in the lane to break that one up there by McEnroe, and Syracuse will clear the zone. Lakers 0 for 5 on the power play yesterday, 0 for 3 to start this game off as Dorito gains the zone. Being called an interference minor for Fanning, as this will be a pass right up to the top for Crawford. He'll get the return. Pressured there well by Cole, and now it's Crawford down low. Keys trying to center it out in front. Syracuse doing a good job on this penalty kill so far. Dorito right out in front. Great chance for King, who put it wide on the back door.
And that was a great setup play there by Oswego on the man advantage. Just here on the near side circle, trying to feed it across back door for King. And if that puck did not ramp up off his stick, there was a good chance that was going to find its way into the back of the goal.
Keys against Ren on this face-off to the left of Cash Lawrence. Chesner will get the face-off win and clear it all the way down the ice. Syracuse 5-8-2, Oswego State 5-7-3. These two teams separated by just 2 points in the standings, but Syracuse with a game in hand. Late stages of this ACCHL season. A good start to this penalty kill for Syracuse, and it's getting close to what we like to call a must kill. Can't afford to go down 5-0 as Jubran will enter the zone offside. And this one will come back out into neutral ice.
And you talk about a must-have penalty kill for the Orange. They're going to get a break there as Oswego just offsides, and This is going to allow Syracuse to kind of regroup a little bit with the neutral zone faceoff, not allowing Oswego to kind of set something up in the no-zone draw.
Manzi wins the draw. Chiselka sends it up for Sullivan. He's taken into the boards there by Chesner. The support comes. Manzi tries to keep it in the zone. And a backhand try by Cole, taken in by Manzi, who had his shot deflect off a stick. Sullivan works it down low. Circling with it is Black, up top for Chiselka. Black fanned on his initial pass. As the penalty is over, we're back to 5 aside here. Chiselka nearly had his pass intercepted by Brandt. Racing onto this puck is Cole. Has it now with numbers, and that shot is stopped by McAndrew. It's a great chance for Syracuse coming out after that penalty kill.
And Matt, maybe that's a little bit of the spark that Syracuse needed to have a good penalty kill that could allow to some more positive, confident play 5-on-5.
Chiselka at the end of a long shift will just send that one in deep. Hamilton Nordwin on it for Syracuse. Plays it on for Matthew McEnroe. He will ice the puck here with 6:45 left to go in this second period. So Syracuse looking to come back to this 4-goal deficit, make it back-to-back wins over Oswego State, but uphill battle right now.
Yeah, we saw Oswego come back down 3-0, not ending up winning the game, but making it one that saw its way all the way to a shootout just a couple of weeks ago on October 30th.
Chance here for Syracuse over the line. Jack Alicia sends it in front with Brandt in front of the net. Alicia has it again, trying to center it in front. And instead it's taken up ice by the Lakers. Skaranji doesn't have a stick, so he'll just eat this puck into the wall.
It's a smart play.
I'm always in favor of just going to the bench. If you don't have a stick, you're useless out there if you don't. But he'll finally pick up his twig, as Skaranji will try and play it in behind the net. On it for Syracuse is Von Tersch. Centering try, no one home for the Lakers. And now it is Murphy over the blue line. Try out in front for Syracuse as the Lakers just clear their zone here.
Yeah, something to keep an eye out for, Matt, as this game's going to get a little chippy. As you can see, the Orange are throwing some bodies around.
Here's Manzi over the blue line, taking it on the backhand, trying to drop the shoulder there on Duffy. But he'll be taken off the puck, and up ice comes Wren. Duffy on it now, gets by one man. Oh, what a stop! John McAndrew, pure robbery as he throws the puck back out on the ice.
That puck was set to go in. It was a beautiful move by Brendan Duffy as Jack Wren chipped it up to the neutral zone, and Duffy danced his way around one defender in alone. Flipping it over the glove is what we thought, but McAndrew, beautifully done. The robbery, as you mentioned, I think was said perfectly. What a stop.
McAndrew has only appeared in 4 games, but he has the 7th best save percentage in the ACCHL, .929 on the season, and so far has been perfect on all 23 shots he's faced.
I mean, that was simply one of the best saves I think I've ever seen.
Duffy tried to play cross ice for Rugg, but the Lakers read that well, as Wren will try and take it back in.
And so far here, it's just kind of been that sort of afternoon for the Orange. No matter what chance they put in on goal, it's just been stopped or blocked.
Chiselka back. Dorito had his shot blocked there by Cato. Up ice comes Brendan Duffy. Plays it on for Rugg. The return pass as the Lakers have it in behind the goal. Griffin Sarver. Now Dorito plays that puck off the boards for Chiselka. Chesner has it, and he'll clear the zone. Just under 4 to go in the second period. The captain Chesner will lead it out. Works it around the boards. Cook on it in the corner. Taken off the puck there by Chiselka. Now Gibran, stolen away for a second by Cole. As this puck will come back into neutral ice and just be flipped in by Chabati. Tanner Colehart on the forecheck. As that will be cleared all the way down the ice for an icing call with 3 minutes left in this second period.
Yeah, I just want to highlight that shift there by Syracuse's number 10, the sophomore Tanner Cole. Just a great hustle shift, really showing some good effort. Obviously getting the puck as it was flipped to him in the slot and trying to keep it alive. But there was an instance in that far side corner where he was knocked down and battled with a lot of Lakers outnumbering him, and he kept it alive and sustained that ozone possession for the Orange.
Chiselka wins the draw for the Lakers. That top line out there for the Orange. Trying to equalize here. Hamilton Nordwin goes D to D for Von Tersch. Pass a little bit too hot for Brandt. And now Alicia will chase. Alicia out in front. Great chance for Gaffney. And eating that puck is John McAndrew.
Yeah, the Lakers doing a nice job in front of McAndrew. We know how good McAndrew has been here this afternoon, making save after save. But when the puck is loose out in front, the Lakers do a nice job of just clearing bodies, which allows the netminder to just kind of see where he needs to make the save, and right there, putting the glove down on it as the puck is in the crease.
Brandt wins the draw back. Alicia had his first shot blocked. Now back to the line it goes for Nordwin. Alicia! How'd that stay out? Wow! Did McAndrew get a piece, or that one hit the post? Looked like a wide open cage for Alicia, but somehow this remains a 4-0 hockey game. Sullivan over the line for Makarenko. Couldn't handle it. And now Syracuse will head the other way, but a player down, Carson Crawford, down behind the play, and it looks like Syracuse will be shorthanded again.
And you can hear the intensity from both benches is ramping up. One excited, the other not, and they're going to get Ben Brandt 2 minutes for tripping, and Syracuse had numbers in favor going up the ice. It was going to be a 3-on-2 advantage, but the back official at the end line caught Brandt knocking down the Laker, and just an unfortunate turn of events. And I talked about it earlier as McAndrew made that save on Brendan Duffy. No matter the chances of the play, it's just not been going Syracuse's way here this afternoon.
So yet another penalty to kill for Syracuse. This one coming late in the period, just about 2 seconds differentiating the game in power play timer. As Gibran will take it in. ACCHL leader in points for a defenseman. As Wren does well to poke that one loose, and Dorito will bring it right back in for Oswego State. Pressured, able to offload for King. Turns, tried to find Crawford, but that pass out of his reach, and Oswego State will have to turn back. Pass on for King. Pressured there by Duffy. Back to the line, Dorito working his way in front. And now it's Keys on it for Oswego State. Inside the final minute of this second period. King looking for the return pass right out in front, just missed him, as the Orange will get a clear here.
Yeah, this penalty and the game clock are basically matching each other, just the difference of 1 second. So we'll see how that heads into the final period.
Just 20 seconds remaining. Maybe the final rush of this second period. It's Sullivan gaining the blue line. Outnumbered and taken off the puck. Played back for Manzi, but he can't hold the zone. And that should just about do it in this second period. 2-0 after 1 and 4-0 after 2. It's been all Oswego State after 40 minutes. Syracuse will have to have a comeback of a lifetime in the third if they want to come back in this one. Why don't we send it downstairs to Brooke Killgore, who has a very special guest.
Thanks, guys. Brooke Killgore here for the second intermission with former head coach Nick Guriandri, who is receiving the Van Winkle Award in tonight's induction. Coach, first of all, welcome back to Kennedy Ice Pavilion. We are so happy to have you here today. Coming in 2013, it was said that you were ready to build a team with national recognition, and that you did. First of all, what does it mean to come back here tonight and celebrate the accomplishments of your productive teams?
It's just great to see all the guys back here at the school. You know, it's a community that I wanted to build and start, and it seems like it's really, you know, taken hold, and the players are all here seeing each other, and it's great to have, you know, that kind of camaraderie, and I think that was the intention, and just great to see how you guys have built the program.
Of course, back when the team was still a part of the NECHL, excuse me, you guys had the 2017 league win and then went to the national tournament 3 times in your tenure. Of course, what were kind of those key messages that you were telling the team to get them to that point?
I mean, our team was just always built on hard work and determination and the belief that they could do anything. I never wanted to hold them back from being the best that they could be, and we really focused on discipline and having the right mindset and attitude to be champions, and we were really driven for that.
And here you are today celebrating a team that made it to the ECCHL tournament last year and almost took the championship. Of course, they fell a little short there. But what are you seeing from 2013 through their 2017 tenure to today's team?
I mean, I don't know much about the guys today, but they seem like a hardworking bunch. I know Coach Timmons, and he's put together a great squad the last few years. So, you know, I expect to continue to see Syracuse be a preeminent powerhouse in the ACHA, and you know, I hope the guys, you know, take up on that and continue to work hard.
And of course, what does it mean to you? The basic question that we have to ask you here today: what does it mean to you knowing that you're walking home tonight with a Van Winkle Award?
Oh, it's just an honor to be, you know, part of the program, and I'm thankful for all the players and families that supported the program and all the students and everybody that's been part of it for the last, you know, 10, 15 years. It's really grown it and grown the exposure, and it's just great to see everybody.
All right, Coach, we thank you for your time and all your contributions to this program. We're going to throw it back up to you guys in the booth.
Brooke, thank you very much. Great chat with Nicholas Pierandri, the Van Winkle Award honoree for this year. We're going to head to a short break, but more of the second intermission when we come back on the SU Hockey Network.
All right, welcome back here on the SU Hockey Network. I'm Abby Weiss, and I'm here with Hall of Fame inductee Jeff Kennedy. Now, Jeff, first off, congratulations on your upcoming induction later tonight. How do you feel knowing you're going to be inducted into the Syracuse Hall of Fame?
It's exciting. We're so excited just that the program itself is building and building. Back when I played in 85 to 89, let me fix the wrinkles, we didn't even have a rink. So we travel off campus. We had to bring beer to get people to show up. It was a whole different thing. So this atmosphere, you guys here, the staff, the reporters, it's really amazing how things have changed. So.
Now, I know you weren't supposed to originally play hockey. I heard you were supposed to play collegiate hockey, soccer here at Syracuse. But what made you decide to switch and play hockey for 4 years here?
This was more my passion. And once I met the guys and went to the tryout, and the position that I filled was a need for the team, which was actually a mucker. So I was the guy that would mix it up, go after the other guys that were giving us problems, and I was kind of defending my teammates. So I liked that role and that responsibility. And the crowd liked it too, because I fought a lot, okay? So, but it was cool. It was like good, just hockey, grew up playing hockey my whole life. Come from Massachusetts where hockey was like a thing. So it was just sort of in my blood, and that's why I chose it.
So you were quite the chirper back in the day. What advice could you give to some of the current players who are out there on the ice tonight? Using that sort of energy and that personality out there. I know they're down by 4 goals right now.
I say play the body and claim your territory. I think they come out third period much more physical and get after it and lay down the law. Sometimes when we fall behind back in the day, the more physical you get, the more you kind of demand that respect, put some fear in them. There's still time. We can get them, girl. Don't quit on our squad, But yeah, just stay hungry. I mean, it's all about camaraderie and just being together, and they'll stick it out. They'll hang tough. We got this.
Now, this is a question I've asked a lot of the alumni here tonight, but was there ever a favorite memory you've had when you were playing on this team?
Some of them I can't mention, but we had just going on the road, because again, we didn't have a rink. So we'd go play other schools and the rinks were packed. Like sometimes over 1,000, couple thousand people. So we loved to go on enemy territory and just like claim our state, And just going into other rinks and taking over and dominating was my best memory. No matter what school. Played Penn State, played Albany, Binghamton, but we'd get out there and they'd be going nuts. And we'd come in we didn't even have matching socks, They'd be like, who are these ragamuffins? And we'd come in and we'd take them out. It was awesome. So lots of memories, not just one. So.
All right, thank you so much, Jeff. And again, congrats on your upcoming induction later tonight.
Thank you. Go Q's, let's go.
All right, stay tuned in. Syracuse will be back for the 3rd period.
Welcome back inside the Kennedy Ice Pavilion in Syracuse, New York. Of course, home to the Orange, who find themselves down 4-0 right now, ahead of the third period to the Oswego State Lakers, looking to make it their first win out of the 3 matchups against Syracuse this season. Syracuse taking the first 2 games against the Lakers, but Oswego State, they have really played well today. 4 goals, and their goaltender has been perfect.
Yeah, you mentioned him, John McAndrew. He's made 22 saves up to this point against the Orange, and the one play in particular that really caught my eye was back in the midway point of the second period. Brendan Duffy dancing beautifully around the Oswego defense, and in alone made a great move to flip it over the glove. That's what we thought of John McAndrew, and McAndrew somehow just corralled that puck, catching it like a center fielder.
Yeah, a couple of great saves in that second period for McAndrew. Syracuse have not been without their chances. They have had a lot of the control of play in this game, but the net minding has been a major difference.
Yeah, we talk about the chances. Duffy and Jack Alicia almost had one too. We thought the puck was in the net. Don't know if it went off the post or the skate of McAndrew, but here we are. They're down 4-0.
And we are underway here in this third period. 20 minutes to go as Oswego State Lakers will look to make it even bigger of a lead in the ACCHL standings. Currently up by just 2 points, 7th and 8th out of the 10 teams in the ACCHL. So this is an important series this weekend for both these teams.
And something to note, Ben Brandt went to the bench. We'll have to keep an eye out on him.
Of course, they're already down McLean with injury, key part of that top line. And we'll hope for the best for Brandt. This one centered right in front and an own goal as it was put in right out in front of the net. And getting the credit for it will be Robbie Chabati, his first of the year. Not exactly how he drew it up.
I mean, not a bad way to get your first ever goal in a Syracuse Orange uniform. And just working it nicely, throwing it across over to the far side half wall, and Chabati just throws it in front it, and it went off John McAndrew. And we talked about McAndrew being perfect through the first 40, and all it took was Robbie Chabati shot from the far side half wall to find its way into the back of the goal.
So goal within the first minute, exactly what you want if you're head coach Chris Timmons. As Chabati's goal announced here in the stadium, a huge hit delivered there in the corner, taking down his man was Fanning, and slow to get back up to his feet in the corner is Griffin Sarver. Biggest hit of the game, delivered right there by Fanning.
Momentum kind of carrying here in favor for the Orange over the last couple of moments, and you can hear the fans here from Kennedy Ice Pavilion getting amped up for it. And the important thing to note, it's going to be an offensive zone face-off when we do resume play. And with the way the Orange have started this period, you know, obviously with the goal, but also the momentum that they're carrying, this could set up something nicely if they can win this offensive zone face-off.
Fourth line sent out. They scored 2 goals yesterday. Cade Cook scoring the 1-0 goal and then the 2-1 goal, and really setting the tone for that win yesterday against the Lakers. This one tipped in by Cook. Forecheck now for Cole. He'll collect it in behind the net. Take it into the boards now as the two teams battle for it in the corner. Cook trying to force it loose. And it'll come back into neutral ice. With about 90 seconds gone. This is Tanner Cole taking it in. He was brought down. Sullivan trying to bring it the other way for Oswego State. Settling down is Cook now, as Syracuse will start their breakout. Turning out of a hit was Von Tersch as it's Cook on the backhand. And a good save there made by McAndrew as that net came off its moorings. 17:46 left to go in this third period. Syracuse with some more pressure trying to climb back into this hockey game.
Yeah, and you're seeing that right now. There's a good look there by Cade Cook, just keeping his head towards the goal and getting that one in on goal, almost finding its way into the back of the goal. But a nice look by Cade Cook. We talked about how he had 2 goals yesterday, 6 on the season. A premier goal scorer for this Syracuse Orange squad, looking to push him forward.
Von Tersch. Now Rugg down low. Pendergrass looking for it behind the net. Chiselka taken into the boards there by Rugg. And now it's King up ice for Renzoni. The drop back here for Karkuvla. As Pendergrass will try and clear the zone here. Sent back in deep by King. Good stick there by Carter Rugg to force the Lakers back out of their zone. McAndrew will stop the puck in behind for Renzoni. As Chesner will clear it in for Syracuse. Gaffney on it, and now it's Black for Oswego State. As Chesner defending him, Black shot fought off there by Cash Lawrence.
Yeah, and Cash has looked pretty good here so far, coming in for A.J. Finta there in the second period, and the freshman looks very calm, cool, and collected in between the pipes.
Brandt over the blue line, shot that puck wide of the net. Gaffney, and now racing onto it, here's Alicia. That shot hit a body before it got to the net. Hard on that puck is Brandt. Alicia turns, tries to center for Gaffney, and that puck missed him and will end up into the Oswego State bench. With 15:49 to go, we're gonna head downstairs for another update with Brooke Killgore.
Thanks, guys. You want to talk a lot about first this weekend with Chris Fanning's first goal of the season yesterday. Let's try Robbie Chabadi's first ever goal with the Syracuse orange jersey just a couple of seconds ago. The Massachusetts native notches his first unassisted, too, to get the orange on the board for the first time this game. Now, of course, the Orange are still down 4-1, but his efforts help reignite that spark in a sense. Another fun little tidbit for you. Chabadi actually performed with Cash Lawrence at a Thursday philanthropic talent show, so it's ironic to see that the two are currently performing together. Back to you guys.
Bringing the talents from the talent show onto the ice, and the extra skater for tonight. And on the score sheet, in a big moment, scoring that goal in the first minute of this third period, giving Syracuse some serious life.
Yeah, doing it in front of a good crowd here once again, Hall of Fame Alumni Weekend, and you can just hear the roar of cheers for Robbie Chabadi's first ever goal for the Orange.
That puck will be deflected out of play. We'll get a stoppage here. 5 minutes gone this third period, and for Syracuse, what do they need to do better to try and climb back into this deficit, Evan?
I just think kind of keep playing their game. Like, chances have been there. They have been just denied on the doorstep by John McAndrew, and it really, all it took was just a lucky bounce for Chabadi to get them on the board. But I just think keep playing your game offensively. Like, this is a Syracuse team that has beaten Oswego in the last 2 matchups, so they know how to play against them. It's just right now I think they've kind of ran into a wall, and that wall has been John McAndrew. But just keep playing your game going forward, and they'll find their stride.
Chiselka clears it out. Nordwin on to chase for Syracuse. Reverse pass for Chesner. Pressuring here is Carvela. He nearly found his teammate out in front. Nordwin On the outlet pass for Cole. And Syracuse will have to start this breakout again. Cole into the zone. Trying to walk past his defender in Killgore. But collected here by Karkavla. Trying to spring King, who's at the end of a long shift, and he'll go off for a change. Another puck deflecting in behind the Oswego State bench, and we'll get another stoppage here.
Yeah, but going back to the last point about Syracuse continuing to play their game, like the chances have been there. Shots on goal 24-21 in favor of Syracuse, but just kind of keep the chances that they have been applying here over the last few minutes and the start of the third period.
Makarenko had his shot stopped there by Cash Lawrence. As Lawrence will have that puck come right in front of him and elect to cover it up with 13:36 left to go. Syracuse will travel to play Stony Brook next weekend in a pair of games before returning home after the break, January 9th and 10th, to take on Delaware. Game on January 10th at Upstate Medical Arena, of course home to the Syracuse Crunch, as Brandt was nearly sprung loose. This one on delayed offside. Syracuse will have to tag up. The Orange, with most of their opportunities coming in this third period after a strong second period, latter stages of that one. And the early goal for Jabati certainly put a spring in their step, but still just the one goal past McAndrew. Icing waved off here as Duffy will look for the return pass, nearly intercepted from Von Tersch's try. Now this is Worst. Back down for Gibran. Outlet pass made, springing right into the offensive zone. Demick will have to turn back. Tries to feed it for Black, who has it now along the boards. Sonato trying to take the puck off of the Lakers player. Gibran had his shot go wide. And now it's Pendergrass gaining the red line and sending it in. Gibran up for Black. Chesner has to turn, get that one out of the reach of Dorito, who was loose if Chesner wasn't able to find that puck. McEnroe looking for Keys, pass out of his reach. Dorito reverses it. This is Kiever in deep. That's out in front, good stop on Keys made by Cash Lawrence. Manzi keeps it in, sends it high over the net. As Chesner will take his man Keys into the boards behind. Keys looking to center on the backhand. Dorito scores! What a pass! As Dorito will score his second of the game to make it 5-1.
And Dorito backdoor, just a great feed and excellent cycling below the goal line that really started this goal put home by Dorito, and just patiently waiting there, and you can see afterwards going right to the glass at the end line, celebrating right in front of some of the Syracuse alumni.
Dorito has been hot. Goals in 4 straight games, back-to-back 2-goal games now against Syracuse. And maybe putting this game out of reach. Dorito scoring off of that terrific pass on the backhand by Manzi, and really no chance for Lawrence.
Yeah, no chance there for Lawrence at all, and he made a great save earlier in that offensive zone possession for the Lakers on Jeremy Keys, getting the pad down low, but just the cycling really overtook Syracuse there, allowing Dorito to put it home.
Scrum forward in the corner, finally dug loose by Wren, rebound, and another stop, this one off of Duffy. John McAndrew keeping this one a 5-1 game.
Yeah, and that chance there, that is one Brendan Duffy would like to have back. A great save made by John McAndrew, but that's one you would like to see Duffy just get right up in the air instead of just firing it in on goal. That puck was low, allowing McAndrew to make the save.
Brandt wins the draw. Alicia on to chase, out there with Fanning as well. But the Lakers will clear the zone. Ben Brandt in his own zone. Up ice for Cato. And now Fanning. Alicia has his shot deflected out of play by Gibran. Clock will stop with 10:06 to go. Dorito scoring his second of the game after Syracuse given some life earlier in the period. Robbie Chabati appearing in just his third game, first goal. The Syracuse orange sweater. But the Lakers answering right back. Syracuse will need a score quickly here, try and get back into this game. Renzoni up ice for Worst. And now Sullivan battling with Nordwin. Now on the backhand with it is Doust. Syracuse will clear it down ice, but right in on goaltender McAndrew. This is Fanning on it for Syracuse. Takes his man into the corner and Kiever. Now a battle ensues. Finally it's worked free and Makarenko will send it out into neutral ice. Ranzoni tips it on, Chesner. Gains the blue line, but McEnroe lost it. And the Orange return back. Chiselka stopping that puck. King playing it on the backhand. Cleared out of harm's way by Syracuse. As Gibran has it up top. Able to get right out in front of the net and cleared by Chesner as Gibran put on the moves. Duffy sends it in. Nordwin. Kind of cleared into the zone. Or make that Chabani number 24. As the Lakers have it into the offensive end once again with Manzi. King stapled into the boards as Oswego State will get a change in. Fished loose by the Orange. Sawn up top by Renzoni was blocked. As Cooks stood right in front of that one. Chabati up ice. Fanning gets the return pass with Duffy. Back up top it goes. Chabati nearly tipped by Duffy in front. Fanning down low, had his centering try cleared by Dorito.
Yeah, on the last look there for the Orange, Robbie Chabati just fired it from the near point, and didn't have a great look at it, but it was in on going. I think this guy got let Chobani just keep ripping the puck there from the far side.
Never a bad play. Low shots on goal from the point. Never know if you're going to get a tip, you're going to get an awkward rebound like we saw earlier in the game. And Chobani with not the prettiest goal you'll ever score, but certainly nice to get his first as a Syracuse player. Hall of Fame weekend winding down here in what has been another great showcase. 7 different players from 7 decades being honored. Of course, the 16-17 team as well. Of course, we heard from Nicholas Pierre-Andre earlier on with Brooke, this year's Van Winkle Award winner. Chesner, the captain, trying to start something for Syracuse. Cato in deep. Gibran was, as Chesner goes down, Chesner tried to hit Gibran along the boards there. Gibran escaped the hit, and Chesner, I think, hurt his right wrist going straight into the boards there.
Yeah, just going right into the boards there, and you can tell right away that something happened, and he just skates his way off the ice, and he's going to go get checked on by trainers. Wish the best there for the captain, Connor Chesner, just a player that this Orange team is going to need to have on the ice going forward. Just obviously the captain, but a pivotal leader and a very impactful player on the ice.
Yeah, Chesner this season, 3 goals, 8 points in 14 games, and just that minute eater out there for Timmins, and have to play this final 6 minutes of the 3rd period without their captain. As seem to be looking at his shoulder there, right shoulder, as he went awkwardly into the boards trying to take Dorito out with a hit. As we'll get another penalty here, this one going against Carson Crawford. Maybe an opportunity for Syracuse to get something started on the power play.
Yeah, and a little words exchange there by Cam Gaffney, and then also number 9 for Oswego, Adam Gibran. And we talked about it earlier, knowing what's at stake, it being an ACC HL conference matchup, and Syracuse taking the first 2 matchups, and Oswego having their way here with 5:54 to go, but the intensity's there.
Early clearance here for Oswego State. Lucas Ranzoni, native of Maple, Ontario. Carter Rugg will try and bring it up ice for Syracuse. 5-on-5 playing as a forward. Kind of a rover out there on the power play. Of course, started the year as a defender, but has been back and forth with injuries up front. Ben Brandt will bring it over the zone. Dropped it back. Great chance for Fanning as Oswego State was able to clear the zone with Manzi and Chiselka. Now Alicia back in for Syracuse. Pad stop made by McAndrew. Brandt, that one blocked. Manzi getting out in front of it. Brandt on this near side, Rugg towards the front. Fanning brought down. Turning and shooting there, Alicia. And now Brandt has it up high. Back out for Rugg. One-timer for Alicia. Another pad stop by McAndrew. Players tumbling in the corner. Alicia trying to bring it out to the front. Instead, it's cleared all the way down the ice by Chiselka.
And what a penalty kill for Oswego. Just getting their body in the shot lane, taking away every angle possible for Syracuse, just not allowing them to get grade A looks and only able to get outside chances.
Gibran able to offload, and a hard pass there by the Lakers here. This one will go all the way down the ice for an icing call.
No, but just touching a little more on the Hall of Fame alumni weekend, like obviously not like ourselves, newer to the Syracuse Orange family, but just to see all the history here, I think makes, us, get to appreciate it more, just seeing all, past coaches and past players and teams here in person to show, their gratitude and them get honored.
It'll be a special day, of course, ceremony later on today. All of the honorees getting their special moment. As Syracuse looks to go to work on the power play here. One-timer for Cook went wide. As Cook has it again, tried to center it out in front for Wren. Just missed his stick. Wren taking off the puck here, and Oswego State will take it the other way. Final 3 minutes of this third period. Hamilton Nordwin able to find Gaffney. And now Lucas Renzoni plays it cross ice. Worst delivers a hit as he has it on this far side. Protecting the puck, playing it back to the point for Renzoni. Back for Worst, centers out in front for Sullivan, and a good stick maybe by Chesner, who is back out there for Syracuse.
Yeah, it's good to see the captain back out onto the ice, and still a chance that he is feeling that pain, but he wants to be out there with his guys no matter what.
Near side, it's McEnroe gaining the blue line, tries to cut towards the middle, and this will just end up being covered by McAndrew with 2:04 left to go in this third period.
And obviously with 2:04 left to go, this game not going the way the Orange would have wanted, but the most important thing you can do here is finish these last 2 minutes off strong, because coming up you gotta have another tough weekend on the road against Stony Brook to finish out your first semester.
Pendergrass, blocker stop, McAndrew. So of course the Hall of Fame festivities today, and then Stony Brook road trip next weekend for Syracuse before returning home after the Christmas break to play Delaware, as that puck came out of play and nearly made its way up to the press box here.
Yeah, almost did find its way up into the press box, but yeah, Matt, taking a look at the schedule, the first semester just goes by like that. And right after Stony Brook, you mentioned, on to Delaware right after the holiday break.
Here's Gibran. Just a great skater. Seen that all night long. Scaringi collects, gains the zone. And that shot hit off the stick of Jabati. And we'll get another whistle with 1:20 to go.
Yeah, some activity after the whistle in front of the Orange bench, but that's just one of those times where Oswego just got their skates moving quicker than the Orange with the puck drop here this afternoon. Obviously, we saw what took place yesterday where the Orange had their way in that first period with 4 goals to lead to a 7-3 win, but this was a Lakers team that knew that they could not drop 3 straight to Syracuse, and they came out skating really well, and their offense clicking on all cylinders. The penalty kill for the Orange looked good in that first period, but the 5-on-5 play Oswego just outmatched Syracuse.
So Syracuse taking the first 2 games. That wild one, 4-3 in the shootout. October 30th, where Syracuse had a 3-0 lead, then they're down 4-3 suddenly in the third period, end up taking it in a shootout. And then last night, a statement win 7-3. But these 2 teams are not done. They'll play for the 4th and final time January 15th. So that weekend after the Delaware series. And that one will be back in Oswego, New York at Deborah F. Stanley Arena.
We were there. It's a beautiful arena on the campus of Syracuse University, and a little bit ago got some funding from past alumni, one notably Steve Velizy and the Oswego State Lakers Division III team winning the national championship in 2007. Kind of really helped spark, remodel that arena into what it is today.
It's no Kennedy Ice Pavilion.
It is no Kennedy Ice Pavilion. They do not have Otto the Orange.
Exactly.
Who made an appearance up in the booth.
He did. And despite his best efforts to try and jolt this team on, they had a little bit of a burst of energy after that Chabadi goal earlier in the period. But the Lakers played well to defend that lead. And they'll put the finishing touches on this one. Extend their lead over Syracuse in the standings. That's going to be a penalty against Garangi as he took down Fanning. As things are getting chippy in the final stages of this one, and they're just going to send Garangi off here with just 12 seconds left to go.
You can see the excitement from the Laker bench. Garangi off the ice, and even with 12 seconds left, the intensity is going to find its way all the way to the final whistle and second of this matchup.
These 2 teams do not like each other. We saw that in the game back in October, where there was an ejection in that one as well. Jake Brown going off after a face mask. But Oswego State, after the 7-3 loss yesterday, respond with a 5-1 win today. For a split on the weekend as final buzzer sounds, but things do not stop on the ice as Oswego State will celebrate their first win over Syracuse on the year. These 2 teams will meet again January 15th. Evan, any final thoughts?
Really just what a performance it was for the Oswego netminder, number 31, John McAndrew. A phenomenal outing, saving 35 of 36 shots faced on him. Just a great afternoon for himself, coming in and making a statement win for Syracuse, or for Oswego, and you can see the handshake line now taking place, and both goalies showing respects to one another.
Your final score here tonight, Syracuse University 1 and Oswego 5.
Well, your final score, 5-1. The Lakers will take this one. For our 2 great sideline reporters, Brooke Killgore and Abigail Weiss. For our terrific production crew, Arnav Pokrel, Adam Tubas, and my partner, Evan Harrington. This is Matthew Davison saying so long from Kennedy Ice Pavilion, and looks like this handshake's going to be called a little bit short as, again, we mentioned these 2 teams don't like each other, and it looks like the jawing is continuing after the game as well. But we're going to say so long for now. We'll see you next time.